We're live.
All right, cool.
You gonna put your shit on?
I'm gonna. Hold on. My realtor was sending me a message.
Yep. I got nothing. I do have like bullet points that I want to talk about.
Bullet points.
Last week we were gonna do a show.
Nobody's watching us.
It's okay. This they can watch it later.
Did you share it that we're doing it?
I don't share nothing anymore. It just happens.
Just share it, Brian.
Just organically.
Just gonna have to do it.
Organically happens. I mean, I didn't even turn the music on this time. Actually, let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I can do some music for us. There we go.
It's the loudest show around. Sundown After Dark with your host Brian Chamberlain. Presented by Sundown Audio.
God damn it. YouTube changed their interface again. Now I don't even know how to share. How do you share things now?
What the crap, bro?
It's like everything looks different.
You gotta press all the buttons, Brian. You gotta press them all.
You know what? Only the hardcore fans are going to watch this.
There's like a bunch of people coming in. Look at that. What's up, everybody?
Hey, folks.
We don't really have much to talk about today. We're just doing...
so here's the deal. Last week, we were all set to do a show. Hold on. This microphone is ridiculous. Hold on. I got to move this thing. All right. Last week, we were going to do a show. We were all set, ready to go. And then we ended up with an employee that was sick. And he actually did have Rona. So I came in here and just did a quick little thing for the Subwoofer giveaway. By the way, I haven't shipped any of that stuff out yet because I just got back from my quarantine.
Who won?
God, I forget their names. I know that Brady Codcamp won a shirt because I did 2 shirts and I did the actual subs. It was a lady. It was a man. It was a shared account, like a man and a lady. I forget their names. Anyway, I got all their information. I just haven't shipped your stuff out yet.
WTF, Brian.
Hey, Timmy, why do I suck? Let's see. Show. Boom. All right. So yeah, I had some bullet points for last week's show, and now I'm trying to remember what the hell I was going to even talk about.
There we go. Now I can see the comments better.
Why? Oh, you had to move the
yeah.
That one's all retarded too, right next to you.
Yeah, I just moved it up so it's out of the way.
See, when we're not doing a show and people come in this room, they mess with the microphones and headphones, and it's like every time I have to come in here and try to fix things.
Yeah, sometimes I do.
So one thing I did want to mention, it's getting close to Christmas time, and for those that were interested in purchasing a hoodie through the links that you can see below this video on the Teespring ads, you better hurry up and order your hoodies because it's getting close to time. I don't know their shipping times, but everything's delayed as always. I ordered some stuff a couple weeks ago, Jake. I still haven't received them yet.
They don't.
Yeah, like my kids, they like Mr. Beast, and they like the Odd Ones Out or whatever.
Oh yeah, Joseph loves that.
So I ordered some merch from those guys, and I think, and that was like 2 weeks ago. I'm just now getting the stuff today at my house. Hopefully.
I'm smoking one of these cigars that Cigar Joe got for us.
Yeah, Cigar Jew. Thank you,
Cigar Joe.
So I just said Cigar Jew. Sorry.
Demonetized. Immediately.
But yeah, if you want to get hoodies, there's also hats. There's blankets. I got Sundown blankets up there. There's Sundown Audio and Sundown After Dark hoodies and there's no t-shirts on there. There's long sleeve t-shirts. I let Kyle do the regular t-shirts because he's the man.
When are you doing the special limited edition shirtless Brian Chamberlain print?
That'll be on a calendar. Oh, by the way, did you see the thing that Crystal tagged me in earlier? It was a cat pooping calendar.
Oh yeah, I did. I did see that.
I need that.
Are you getting it? Did you bring the monkey calendar from the old shop?
No, unfortunately.
Oh man.
I did not. But yeah, there's a cat pooping calendar. I thought that was pretty.
What's up,
cool.
Steve Herman?
What's up, Steve? What's up, peoples? What I wanted to talk about today was the manuals. So Charles and I have been working on the manuals, and he doesn't mind that I mention him and that he's helping us. And I can actually we can kind of go over some of that stuff. What I needed to do
Can
is
you show it?
Yeah, I can show it. I wanted to have you and Brandon together in a room.
It's a prototype manual.
It's a prototype manual. Still working on it, but it's like it feels really good to work on something like this, you know, and it come to fruition because as little as a manual is, it's actually very important to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And when you do one that's as cool as this one that we're doing, it's you know, it's like, we finally.
I don't even think that I've seen it yet.
You haven't. You've just seen little bits and pieces. How about I pull it up for you, buddy?
Pull it up, Brian.
What we're talking about is the SFB manuals. For any of you, for the thousands of you that have purchased SFB amps, you notice there's no manual in there. It's because we've been slacking a little. You know, don't worry, folks. We've been slacking. All right, can I make this any bigger?
That's what she said, Brian.
I could talk about my dinner last night. That went really well. Actually, it went really well, considering. What is all
I
this?
bet it did. What are you doing, Brian?
This does not look right. Okay, this is not what I was looking for. All right, boom. I guess I can just leave it like this. I wonder if I can make this bigger. I want it to be bigger so people can see things.
Come on, Brian, you can do it.
There we go. All right, so let me change their thing here. Let's see. It's gonna be that one. Yep, there we go. Cool. All right. So Charles Haley and I were working on this. This is the. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I have a different view, I think, for the peoples. I'm not ready here. Here we go. Well, that's just me. Screw it.
It's fine, Brian.
All right, there we go.
Everybody knows what it looked like.
Yep. All right, so we're working on these SFB manuals, and you're going to see there's actually a couple things on here that you guys don't even know about yet, so don't worry about that. So we're going to have, the ratings. And as you can see, there's different, not every amp does the same frequency response. For the high-pass filters, they actually switch them up as they go higher. So you're going to have all these goodies, just like in standard manual. We noticed that the heights were wrong, so we have to fix that. So we're still working on that. I guess we need to measure one. But anyway, anything that you guys feel, that you guys watching, if you want to comment what you would like to see in a manual that you generally don't see, or maybe some different things that you are not used to seeing in manuals that may help out customers or you. So again, here's we basically split it up between the 4-channel or the multi-channel amps and then the mono amps. So here's your multi-channel amps right here, and we've got the new 5-channel on there. And the 5-channel amp is actually the only amp, and I didn't know this, Jake, until you and I talked about it last week.
Yeah.
It's the only amp out of the SFB line that is not 1-ohm stable on the 4-channel side of things.
Yes.
It is 1-ohm stable on the 5th channel for subwoofer.
Yeah, I figured most people getting a 5-channel are just going to power like components and like coaxes, so they want to get their power at 4 ohms.
Right. So yeah, we just want to get your guys' input. You just take a look here. Now here's what gets cool. Here's where Charles really came in. He did all these graphics for us.
Hell yeah.
All this stuff in yellow is stuff that we need to go over, Jake. You and Brandon, just make sure it's all good. We did copy some stuff from the Salt series manuals just to kind of...
Yeah.
Because we didn't have to make new shit,
Makes it more consistent, too.
This shows you all the different knobs and...
God, this stuff is such a pain in the butt.
Yeah, you have
all
to...
the documentation.
Well, think about this, for instance, and I'll show you something here later. Like all this right here.
Yeah.
So he had to make all this right here. You kind of trace out a picture and make this happen. So this is cool. Like, for instance, some of the SFB boards have dual inputs for power and ground. And this shows you a little box right here. It says, it's not available in all models. And then you're going to notice, and this is a question we get often, there's going to be 2 remotes on that. You only have to use the one remote to do the remote turn on. But for some reason from the factory, it gives us 2. So on this manual, we're going to say you can use the second one as an output remote. Because it's just a pass-through from one to the other.
Yep.
And then we explain fusing and all that good stuff. And right here we put that 15.5 volt max. You can go a little higher, but we just suggest not going any higher. So we want to be a little safe and say 15.5 for your max voltage input.
Indubitably.
And then here,
it's looking pretty good.
yeah. So here's something really cool. Check this out.
Even looks like our sub. Look at that.
So yeah, he traced. I think it was a ZV5 on there, and just showing you how to wire it up. And then here's another big question. All right, folks, and everybody listen to this part right here. So on the SFB boards, you're going to see where it says input on your RCAs, and you're going to see where it says output. This is also a pass-through, just like that remote that we were talking about. This is a pass-through, so you can actually use your standard dual RCA input and use it on both the input and output. Or if you want to go from this amp to another one, you can go in with a mono cable and go out with another mono cable out to your other amp. But this shows you the two different ways of doing it. They're both really inputs, but the one can be used as an output if you wanted to.
Indubitably.
Yeah. And it just shows you how to parallel wire a standard, dual 2 ohm subwoofer down to 1 ohm. And it says right here 1 ohm stable.
Yeah, this is great. Charles did a really bang up
And
job.
Brandon, since you're in here, I was going to have, before I showed the public, I was going to have you and Jake in here, and we were going to talk about what we need to change on this, but we'll do that tomorrow or something. So yeah, we weren't sure about the colors because it had to, and that was something we were having trouble with, was the colors. He made these different colors on purpose because it didn't mix well with something, but we'll talk about that later. This is just showing you different ways of hooking up your speakers.
I like it.
Yep. Here's like different ways of doing. Here's a way of doing.
I can't hear you.
You can do series wiring, and then he's showing you that way. And then there's different ways of doing parallel wiring. Just kind of mixing it up that way people understand how to wire their speakers. And this would be for single voice coil speakers. And if you look, he actually traced out the Vex series speaker. Let's see what else we got. Here's a way to do like a 3-way setup. You've got your regular speakers on channels 1 and 2, and you can use channels 3 and 4, which is what has the bass boost level on some of the amps, and you can use that for a subwoofer. You just bridge it.
I think we need to change that on the amplifiers.
What's that?
The clip. You just put the little dinosaur.
Right, Clippo. It's just a little Clippo light.
I like it.
Yeah, so if you look, you just keep on scrolling through. There's different ways of wiring. We're trying to make this as detailed as possible, but as user friendly as possible. And here's a cool little thing. It's explaining you how to do series parallel and what impedances do what with how many woofers and how many coils. It's just a little diagram explaining how to do that. And instead of daisy chaining your subwoofers, we show how to do a true series parallel where you have each woofer individually wired to a central point. Because if you ever go on like the 12volt.com or some of them other websites, they show you daisy chaining your woofers, and that's just not the way to do it. In our opinion, if it's over like 200 watts, you don't want to do that. Generally speaking, the woofer furthest down in line ends up with a clipped or dirty signal and or less power. So, and that it's my opinion, but I also believe that that's a true statement. And then here's some wiring diagrams just at the end, just showing you how to wire your subwoofers.
That'd be cool. We should get them on the website too.
Yep. We'll probably do some more extensive stuff for website shit, just like a separate things. Here's how you would do your wiring. So, but that's what we have for now. It's damn near complete. We just have some fine tuning to do to get all that set up and
Hell yeah, great job, Charles.
and happy. Yeah. Charles did a fantastic job. Charles is quite anal about certain things, and so he called me a lot, which is great. But I was in quarantine at the time, so I was actually able to give him my time. So we actually got a lot done during that time period. It was great. So let's go back to the questions and see if people have questions.
We got a bunch.
Let's move these up here a little bit and see what we got.
There you go. After you suck. There we go.
There we go.
There's the undies. What did you have for dinner? Tube steak. Can we make a line of crossovers? I don't know. We'll see.
People do every once in a while ask us. Oh, you talking about like active crossovers or?
I'm thinking like just an external crossover.
Did he bring a cigar in for me?
No.
Oh, that bastard! I'm gonna run out of cigarettes. I'm gonna have to borrow some from Brennan. What's up, buddy? You wanna get on camera?
So we see the guy bring back NSV3. I did make a run of motors, throwback NSV3s for Dave Lieb, DL Designs.
I think Dan's involved in that too, I believe, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, Dan and Dave then. And
Yep.
and ZV4 throwback
So
motors.
it'd be DL Designs and Directronics. They're going
Yep.
to do. What's the difference in those between the old version, the NSV3s?
I just bolted the motor and I bolted the cap on, and the top plate angle is not as much because I
Gotcha.
made it so it'll fit the 18 basket.
Gotcha.
Same thing with the ZV4. Top plate angle's less because it fits the 18 basket.
Word. Mr. High Vega, he says the pass-through can be very helpful. Yeah, that remote pass-through, it doesn't act like a relay.
Yeah, it's just a straight up
pass-through. So whatever, like, don't do it with a bunch of amps. I would not suggest doing it. I would still relay it if you're going to do a bunch of amps.
Make sure to relay that information to the customer.
Yeah. Yeah, and the sub wiring, I
So
thought that was awesome, by the way, that Charles actually took time to do that.
Kevin wants to know if we're putting it on the website. When it's done, yes.
Yeah. So those are going to be available on the website as a PDF for anybody who has an amp and wants a manual. You can definitely see it there.
So Joey, I did make a TikTok, but I haven't done much with it yet. And Byron, the new SDX amps, that one really doesn't stand for anything really. It's just SD for Sundown, and then just X because I use that letter a lot.
Yep, we have an X series.
So some of the acronyms stand for something, some of them don't. That one does not stand for anything.
What's Derek doing out there? I hear some boom boom. Derek's testing. Is he recording out there?
I don't know if he's recording.
He's testing some of the new Saya stuff, isn't he? Awesome.
Extreme.
Yep. Let's see. I did the drawing already. That was last week. And like for those again who won the drawing, I'll ship your stuff tomorrow. I just haven't had a chance to do it. I did have something funny I wanted to talk about. So like, I had this one hair on my hand, right? It was just one hair. You ever
Knowing you, Brian, I was expecting you to have your hand like this and be like, it was right here.
right in my palm. You ever get like one of those hairs a little bit longer than the others? It's like darker and longer.
Oh yeah.
So it was right in the middle of my hand, and I felt my pulse through the damn thing. Like it was vibrating, and it was tickling, and I felt my pulse through it.
That's some sort of alien thing.
They probed my hand instead of my butthole because they were like, nah, screw that butthole. So yeah, I just want to talk about that. Have you ever had anything like that before?
No, I've never had a pulsing hair. No, I've had the random hair.
It's like the hair had its own. It's like I was growing an appendage out of my.
I definitely get the random hair though.
My hair.
Here and there, like on the shoulder.
I get one that always grows back in certain spots. I have like one on my back and one down here. Maybe I got one on my hand now. It tells me if I'm still alive. It's got my pulse. That's the cancer hair. No, I'm tired of going to the doctor, man. Tired of being sick. I'm my own doctor now. Actually, I just got health insurance finally after about a year and a half of not having it.
Holy
So,
shit! You got health insurance?
yeah, it's sidecar health. So it's like
Sidecar?
it's like
What the hell's that? Is that like the general for health insurance?
it's just some bullshit. It's Affleck. it's I think I have like a deductible like $10,000. I pay like $130 a month for it.
No, my deductible's more than that.
Yeah, no. I shouldn't say. Hold on, deductible is no. It's opposite of a deductible. They pay up to $10,000. That's what it is.
So they pay all copays up to $10,000.
Yeah, well, they pay for what they do is they have like a set amount that they can pay for a specific thing, and they'll pay up to that amount. And like for instance, the chiropractor, they'll pay up to $60 per visit, and if there's any extra, I gotta pay it out of my own pocket. They'll do that up to $10,000 a year or some shit like that.
Yeah,
so
man,
it's definitely different.
I'm pretty sure you can fit 2 18s walled on the Jeep. Definitely.
Oh yeah, totally. Hey, you can do more than that.
Sundown health insurance. You know, if I offered health insurance here, like half the guys wouldn't take it.
You know, well, that would be too expensive. We don't have enough people. You have to have enough people, right?
Look into that and have the people that take it.
Yeah, we looked into it.
Yeah, well, that was a couple of years ago. Things are a little different, but hell, things are going to change next year anyway, probably.
Well, people like Mike and Derek, their old ladies are nurses. So
Yep. Nobody can hear you,
right
Brandon.
through-
There's a microphone.
Brandon's been trying to die for years, so.
Here, is it supposed to be like this? Anyways, Mike and Derek's old ladies, they're nurses, so they have excellent health insurance through where they
Yeah.
work. So
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense
You know
for
what's
them
messed
to
up?
drop and pay for it when it's basically free through where
My
they work.
girlfriend works in the healthcare field, and her insurance is the worst insurance I've ever seen.
Is it worse than mine?
Well, for her, for the amount of money she makes, yeah, it's ridiculous. She pays in so much freaking money. It's like half her paycheck towards health insurance that she never goes to the doctor.
Right. But you never know.
But as soon as she stops paying for it,
Of course.
then she's going to be
I
dying.
told her she needed to get sidecar health too.
Mine's
Might as well.
$1,800 a month, and
That's
my
outrageous.
family deductible is $26,000.
Yeah, that's just
$13,000 per person.
I don't know.
It's getting cheaper next year. Actually, it's the first. It's going down to $1,600.
Dude, everything's going to change. As soon as we get a new president, everything changes.
Yeah, I mean, I got used to it at this point.
I don't know if it's going to get any better or worse. Who knows? I don't know if did he plan on bringing back in the whole as things were before?
He's got a better plan, supposedly.
They wanted to complete how Obamacare was supposed to be by offering the public option. So we'll see how that goes.
Wasn't there a public option before?
Not really.
No,
Or
meaning
you
like
mean private option?
no, a public option. Like when you buy health insurance to the marketplace now, it's a private company. So they wanted to have like a government health insurance co. or whatever that you could buy a policy from.
Oh, like straight.
Like a modified Medicare.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, because it was like Blue Cross and.
But that part
whoever
didn't. That
fuck
part
else.
didn't pass.
Right. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, it almost seemed monopolized there, like somewhat. I mean, there's only a couple.
Oh,
that
you can
pick
basically only get freaking like Blue Cross here in North Carolina.
There's Blue Cross and the other one, but the other one was so much more expensive.
Yeah.
It was stupid. Like, who's picking that one? You
Right.
know? I don't know. I got my sidecar health, and I'm okay with it.
But you know, as much as mine is crappy in certain ways, it's good in other ways. It has no cap whatsoever after that.
right.
So like if I need $20 million worth of health care, they have to pay for it. So that part was pretty cool, I thought.
Plan on getting that kind
How
of
many
sick.
times have you used it?
Well, the year that Maya was born, I went way over my deductible. They had to pay out a shitload of money on me. Actually, honestly, probably like 4 or 5 years worth of my premiums they had to pay out. So
How much was that maternity stuff that you had to pay for?
it was a lot.
Jesus Christ.
You know, and then like 2 people in my family had surgery that same year and everything.
Yeah. So you guys hit your deductible finally in 1 year?
We did like 3 times the deductible, so like they had to pay out a bunch of money.
Awesome.
So you know, honestly, if I average it out over like 5 or 6 years, like I broke even.
I got you. Well, it sucks though, because like you don't want to get sick, you know, and then you end up having to use it.
I'd rather not use the damn thing, but it's there if I need it. You know, and luckily I'm in a position where I'm not like struggling. So, you know, honestly, I can afford the premium, and I don't want to pay that deductible, but if worst case scenario, I have good credit and all that, so I can cover it. But if I got like cancer or something, and it was like $1 million, you know, the policy is there. So
One of these days, I'm gonna get cancer, and then I'm gonna fix myself. I'm gonna tell you all I told you so.
you'll all see.
Yep. I mean, it's inevitable, especially in the butt. Like in my family, just the butt cancer happens. Your mom keeps calling you.
Yeah. I'm gonna...
Go ahead and pick that up.
Hello.
So anyway, for those of you that watched the SFB
Okay.
thing that we were just showing
We're
off the manuals,
We're doing a quick
anything in there that
show
you guys think we
right
should
now.
add or subtract, or
I'm not.
things
We're
that
doing
you'd
a
like
quick
to
show.
see in a manual that would be maybe a little different than other companies, and
Yeah, I'm not gonna
just
be-
let us know. You know, just write it in the comments. Let me know what you want to throw, what you would enjoy seeing in a manual. How about you, Brandon?
What?
In the manuals, is there anything that you think we should put in there?
I don't know. I didn't look at it enough.
Okay. I mean, it's just things in your mind that you're like, oh, okay, this would be cool.
That's furthest thing from my mind. I don't really think about that. Got people for that.
Right.
By the way, I hope y'all motherfuckers like your Christmas bonus
Is it this paycheck coming up?
today.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, thanks,
Jake.
buddy. We like bonuses around here.
Yeah, I squeezed it in. Brandon helped remind me because this morning I woke up and I was like, wait, what day is it?
Thanks, Brandon.
Shit, I should do that. And then I came in here and I started doing a million things and I forgot.
Donnie, sit for a second.
And then Brandon reminded me and I was like, fuck, okay. Because,
That's what I'm here for.
good
Jake,
eye, Brandon.
Tell Donnie what you just said.
Oh, enjoy your Christmas bonus.
What? Got a Christmas bonus?
On this paycheck, yep.
Don't act surprised. Don't act surprised. It's like we generally get Christmas bonuses.
You say we generally
We
get
generally.
Yes.
That microphone-
Germanly.
You gotta turn that microphone so people can hear you.
Oh, I didn't even know you were recording.
Yeah, we're on right now.
Oh,
the other
cool.
way. Remember, red light. There you go.
Turn on the red light.
One of these days I'll get new
I don't want to
microphones.
infect anybody. I think I infected Stevie. Stevie's coughing.
Yeah, everybody's sick, and then Trevor.
Back the fuck up, Donnie.
We had an employee that ended up with Rona, and not a lot of us, a few of us were around him. We had to get tested. I didn't get sick, thank God, because I'm always the one that gets sick.
I think I just have like a good old fashioned cold.
And we got another employee who actually has the flu.
'Cause you
Oddly enough, they actually told him he has the flu and not Rona.
You can be
Flu
sick
and strep.
You can
Yeah.
be
Jesus.
sick and not have Rona.
Yeah, but
Like,
you know
it's-
everything. We're not going to get into this. Never mind.
It's very,
There's the rabbit hole.
it's
I'm
very
pretty
hot, very hot
sure-
topic.
I just
Yeah.
have a normal sickness.
Are you down with it?
I'm pretty.
How
down
to
with
set
sickness.
gains, Timmy.
Anyway,
That's not really well.
I got a question.
We don't really have much. I'm talking about the manual real quick because we showed off the manual. So Timmy, when it comes to learning how to set gains, we can kind of put some information in there, but like that's something that's like a totally different topic. Because all I
You know
have
what
to
we
do,
do?
all I
We
have to
could
do is
put
input.
we could
or output
put a
voltage.
URL in there for Derek's gain setting video.
We can do that. Yep, definitely.
Put a QR code in.
We'll do a
That's what we need,
a
QR
tiny
codes.
tiny code,
Hey,
tiny
QR
URL.
Just do a QR code.
We could do that.
Just boom.
Yep.
Got it.
That
It's
works.
not miscellaneous.
oh, okay.
What's going on?
Do I put it like what do I write in there?
Miscellaneous type SDG.
You trying to learn how to do something, Donnie?
SDG1. Alright.
Donnie's selling that sundown glue.
So what's the hardest part about running a company?
Oh goodness.
The hardest part
Employees.
to me, is dealing with employees. You know, and I love my people to death, but dealing with people is hard.
There's always drama, no matter
You
what.
know, and the second hardest part is if you're just a regular guy starting a company like me, trying to get capital and trying to maintain cash flow and stuff. You know, with a capital intensive company like this.
You got to have money to make money.
Yeah, and if you don't start out with it, it's hard. It's doable, obviously. People do it all the time, but it's a challenge. Especially company like this, we have to come up with a bunch of money, get stuff in production, wait a whole shitload of time, then we finally get it, and then we can sell it.
Right. Yeah, and you have to have a lot of shit. You have to have a lot of equity too. It seems like
Yeah,
one of the reasons why we bought this building. Is
yeah.
to
And
have
then the
equity.
banks are like, I remember when I was like in my early 20s and mid 20s, and they're like, "So what kind of collateral do you have?" I'm like, "Nothing. I'm
got
like
this
26."
car.
I got a
I'm still
car.
paying
It's like I'm
on.
26. I don't own a house cash. What kind of collateral? It's like I have 4,000 subwoofers over there. Like that doesn't count.
Really. So they don't take inventory.
Very
account?
rarely, and if they do, they take it at a very minimal rate because they consider it too liquid. Like they think I'll just run off and like sell it all out the back door and fly to Mexico or something.
Well,
Sounds like
man,
something you would do.
Yeah.
Primal Geek. So
Mainly the
that's
Mexico
Charles
part.
Haley. Charles, I don't know if you watched the beginning when we were showing off the manual, but yes, we showed it off.
Yeah.
He said there was a little Easter egg in there for us to look at.
So when we start
Try to
making
look.
our subwoofer manuals, you say that one of them would be e-manual.
Shut up, Jake. Yeah, we'll have to. I don't know how much time you got there, Charles, but maybe we'll have you do the subwoofer manuals too.
Oh, absolutely. I'd started writing some up for the subs, but what I wanted to do first was get like genuine like clippable feel small stuff and
Yeah.
like nonlinear data.
I think we should do that on the new items we got coming out, tweeters and coaxes and
everything.
stuff like that, crossover points.
In all honesty,
people
everything needs a
because-
manual.
You
know,
know,
worst case-
crossover points is something that people
Yeah.
really don't know.
Worst
Right,
case
yeah.
scenario, like I got the new Audio Precision coming and it has more accurate feel small measurements than what we normally have access to.
Let's talk about that a little bit. So what is that
It's
compared to what we've been doing?
The Audio Precision is the industry standard amplifier measurement device, and it gives you, the amp dyno is great, it's awesome.
Mhm.
Good job, Steve Mead and team over there. But it only gives you the number on the screen
Right.
and less than. Audio Precision gives you a graph of power versus distortion.
So is this like a computer? There's a monitor hooked up to it, or
It hooks to a computer, but it's like a big electronic box
Oh,
that has a
okay.
bunch of connections.
like a USB
yeah,
connection
and
to
it-
your computer?
And I ordered DC power supplies so we can like fully control the power, the voltage, rather than just trying to wing it with the batteries.
oh, okay.
There will
So
be
you-
no voltage
So,
loss.
yeah,
It'll
we
be
got-
maintained voltage.
We got
Gotcha.
2,000 amps worth of DC power supplies going in. And then I also got the loudspeaker engineering add-on, which has like a microphone
Mhm.
to measure like frequency response and all that. And
So when are we getting our anechoic chamber?
Yeah. Well,
When's
I
gonna
think that
happen?
with the best we're going to get, at least for now, is a semi-anechoic chamber. Like maybe in like the test room in the back
Just
corner.
build something, yeah.
In the back corner, we'll build a semi-anechoic, which is, it's pretty good,
And we got all this room. We
Can
can
we
build
set
something.
Thomas in it?
Yeah, we've got a ton of room. We could build a room.
And some of the big companies, they have multiple AP machines,
Right.
for doing different things. And I wouldn't need to buy the super high power one that I bought now. If we had a separate room just for speaker testing, I could get the regular one. Because I bought the really high end one, ended up being about $30,000. So
Jared, if you would like to get one of those bass knobs for your SFB amp that's got the clip light, you can email Donnie. We do have them in stock. It's Donnie@sundownaudio.com. So make sure you give him your full shipping information. That way he can quote you out for that. I think they're $20 plus shipping. We generally do $30 shipped on those in most cases, plus tax, obviously.
So Joey, the
Stinking tax.
4.5s, I mean, gosh, we probably didn't make very many. What do you think, Brandon, like 40 or 50?
Not even.
4.5.
The Nightshade 4.5s?
Oh,
Well, there was
yeah.
24 for
There's
Chris.
probably about 50 till it's all said and done.
probably about 50.
I think there's 4 or 6 more that I got to
Those-
build.
that was only
that
mixed-
came in from Ronnie.
it was only mixed between like 5-6 people at the most,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I actually wanted to do some of those 4.5s for somebody. I need
So
four-
Jared,
I
you
need 4
spelled
of them.
Donnie wrong.
That's what these are for.
Jared, it's Donnie, by the way. Yeah, and which is funny because when I met Donnie when I was 16 years old, I had his name in my phone spelled that way with a Y at the end until about 2 years ago. I was like, you know what? I guess it's time to change it. I didn't know how to spell, but yep,
That's right. I purposely spelled your name properly.
you should just spell it brain,
No, Brian, not Bryan.
right?
So Savion, no, we have not done that. That's pretty intriguing. It'd be interesting if, I don't know if there's a company that does that third party, but Workwind might. I've done some work with a company called Workwind for some Clipple. That's something I would like to get into more along
What
with.
was his question? That way for people that are listening.
If there's companies that have a machinery that does stress tests on electronics that simulates very long-term usage.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
We have employees that do that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Giovanni can simulate 15 years worth of use in 30 minutes.
How's it going, Donnie?
So
Very good.
one of the
I'm so
other
happy
things
about
that I wanted to do is
Yeah, cutter.
I want to do a little bit more Clipple thermal analysis on our stuff, and which I'm going to start doing because
Thanks.
the guys at Kicker kind of inspired me with that with some of the stuff they're doing.
Ow! I hurt myself. They have some good folks over there at Kicker.
Yeah,
We do get along with those guys very well.
yeah, definitely a lot of mutual respect there with Kicker. And I got to meet Steve, the owner. I thought that was really cool. He's a super nice guy. Like I would have never. Well, it's probably because I didn't know a whole lot about Kicker until then. And I would have never thought a guy like that would have owned Kicker.
When we were out there, they have their booth, and they have like this VIP area behind their booth. And Steve is just like, "Hey guys, come on back!" Like,
It's
oh
like-
man, this is amazing.
So you guys want some water? Want a snack?
It's like a
What's up?
dream.
How you
He had-
doing?
He had like crackers.
Yeah,
I had crackers with Steve at Kicker.
Crackers with Steve.
really nice guy, and he knows a lot about tech too. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised since he founded Kicker.
Well,
You know.
Yeah.
But it was really refreshing to like speak to him, and he was like, "Yeah, what about this and this and this and this?" And I was like, "Wow,
Crackers
this is
with
cool.
Steve.
This is super cool."
Is that like breakfast at Tiffany's?
He's gonna make an album. Crackers with Steve.
Steve's. I said, I guess.
Yeah, but anyway, those guys are cool, and then Kip is super cool. We see Kip all the time at the shows, and
Yes,
who's
sir.
what's the guy that takes all the pictures? That's usually with Kip. He's pretty cool too, and I'm really bad with names.
the black dude?
No. He's
I don't remember.
I know who you're talking about. I
Yeah,
can't think of his
yeah.
With the
name.
long hair?
no, he didn't have long hair. It's kind of like short, like. Anyway, he's cool
Kip,
too.
if you're watching, chime in.
There you go. Hey, he doesn't watch
Okay,
that shit.
Let me text
he
you.
says it's Dave.
All right, Dave. So yeah, good folks over there.
Yeah, every time I see those guys, it's pretty fun. It's interesting to see from their perspective, being such a big old company. Like what they're doing, and versus us. Versus, people think Sundown's big, but no, we're just a little scrappy company when compared to somebody like Kicker.
We're like what I like to call the
We're a boutique.
top of the underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boutique is a good word for it too, because we're We're not underground anymore. A lot of people know about us. But yeah, boutique's a good word. I like that, Brandon. Yeah.
Bobby Boutique.
Actually, I got that from Kip.
Oh, nice.
He's like, don't take this the wrong way, but I'm like, no, it's cool. I understand.
Boutique.
We're
Reminds me-
not the kicker.
It's like,
I like it. Let's roll with it.
so what's up, Donnie? How you feeling?
I still feel kind of suspect, but I'm okay.
Don, you're totally sus.
And you still didn't get a test, you bastard.
I'm not going to.
You know what?
I don't plan on it. I think I'm just normal ass sick.
Normal ass.
I got a regular cold at the beginning of all this, and I was so worried.
Yeah, I think I'm really fine. I can taste things. I can smell things. I don't have a temperature. I've been sending you guys pictures of my temperature when I take my temperature.
So we don't need more cowbell.
I do not have fever, no. I do not have a fever, but I do like the Blue Oyster Cult. You can just cut that out, Brandon.
What's odd is that you said that they just created a new album.
Yeah, they just came out with a new album.
They're like in their
Deftones
70s.
is where it's at, though.
I
right?
love Deftones too, but that
Exactly.
Blue Oyster Cult, they're like in their 90s, and they just came out with a new album.
They're 90s.
And it's really good. No,
I saw
seriously,
Blue
it's-
Oyster Cult
It's really
in the
good.
early 2000s with my grandparents, and they looked old then.
There's a song on there called "Florida Man" as well.
Florida man!
And that song is Tony Iles from Wild and Wild. Last time he was here, I played it for him, and I was like, dude, I can imagine him playing this song.
You know, I
with,
met
like,
a guy.
cape.
I met a guy, but his name was not Tony.
Right? Not Tony.
I think we told that story
I
on
don't
the show.
remember.
I'm pretty sure we did.
We did, not Tony.
Maybe. What else we got going on, Jake?
Well, dude, a lot of shit.
Yeah. Well, you just bought a house. We talked about
Yeah,
that
I just
a
bought a
little
house.
bit. They just found out there might be a waterfall in his
Yeah, apparently
property.
the pond runs off into a creek and it falls like pretty far. And my boys, I haven't even seen it yet.
Jake
'cause I
bought a
haven't-
castle.
I haven't. That's
He's
not.
got a
it's not.
moat.
It's not a castle. It's just.
He's got a moat with a waterfall. That's how big the moat is.
It's a nice house on 30 acres. You know, and it's 2.5 miles from here, so I really like it.
Yep. Oh, I got some land for sale if anybody wants to buy that shit. Just saying, bro. Buy my land. I need to get out of debt.
Thank you, Mr. Vega. I appreciate that. And there's Wednesday. What's up, Wednesday?
Oh, hey there, Wednesday. Hey, Gussie.
And where's I going? Oh, the first 4 SDX amps are almost done in production. I'm pretty stoked about those guys.
That's awesome. That went really fast, by the way.
It went really fast.
Because you're like one day you're like, oh, I think I'm designing this amp, and all of a sudden, boom, they're in production.
Yep.
Like holy
And,
shit, that went really fast.
Yeah, the first 4 multi-channels. The 300D Proto's almost ready for me to test. Then 650, then 1100, then 1500, then 2000, and then I'm going to do a 5-channel and an 8-channel.
Are we still gonna do the American-made shit? Or are we just done with that?
No, I'm not done with it.
Actually,
Like I wish I was done with it.
yesterday.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Can't
I
wait.
spoke to my engineering team, and they're almost done with the analog input / feedback board. So we actually should have something within a couple months, like working.
Yeah, the SDX stuff is so small. It's almost as small as what we're talking about the
Per
American-made stuff
wattage,
being.
not so much, because when you get up to the 2000, it's really not all that small anymore. And the American amp, the 3600, is still, quite compact. We probably could have squoze it into a smaller package,
Right.
but the
Well, I remember originally we were talking about it being like the size of our phone.
we ended up going
pretty
we ended up
small.
going a little bit bigger, so the board's a little bit more modular,
Right.
and also
Well, you got this
because
big old input you got to put in there.
yeah,
too.
yeah. Also, the thing is going to be, it should be theoretically stable to like half ohm resistive, and it should theoretically double power.
But that's not something we would.
We may even recommend it,
May.
depending on
I
testing.
was gonna say.
Yeah, there's companies out there that rate their
There's
stuff at half home.
the-
Is it Soundstream that does that?
The transistors are capable of handling 800 amps of current in the input and output side. So, like, I don't think half ohm's going to help. Quarter ohm daily might not hurt it. We're just
All
gonna have to do some testing.
Yeah, what gets me is the signal noise ratio on them things being
It should be about 120 dB.
a
Yeah,
lot higher than anything else on the market. Car audio wise, I should say.
yeah. There's very
Dude,
few
it's made
things
in America.
made in America. America.
Hey Donnie, you want to do some hot sauce?
Nope.
No, I gotta go here in a sec.
Yeah, we'll cut off. I just wanted to turn this on just because I didn't have any content this week, so just to talk about something, But
Yeah,
we
everybody
can cut
missed
off
us,
here.
right?
Well, last week all I did was get on here for 7 minutes and do the subwoofer drawing, and I was out of here because I had to go in quarantine. So,
Indubitably.
but yeah, if you want, everybody, we want to thank you all
Appreciate it.
From the bottom of our heart. I gotta press the right button here. Let's see. Where am I? I don't even know. Let's hit that one. Everybody, thank you very much for watching.
See you guys.
Have a